just roll into it, shall we?
Yeah.
We'll just roll on in. This is the next episode of Comedy Guy. We're a little bit late this week, but we're working it out. It's the Tim and Lewis show. We're back in the studio. I'll tell you what, man. I am happy to be doing an in-person podcast. I've been so many online podcasts recently, and I'm like, oh shit.
Have there?
I have been. I've been doing. Yeah.
I became a little boy just a moment there. Have they?
Have they? What have they done? It's nice to sit here and nice to drink a beer and nice to be in a studio with someone still.
Yeah. Or, kind of a studio, I guess.
And viewers of the footage can also see stage one of our renovations. You may have noticed that the film sets for Tussisojad, for Paikas Jankud, for Kulepod, for Comedy Guy all look remarkably similar. Yeah, strange. Weird how they all look exactly the same, just from a different angle, or like the Jankud sign that they're bringing in. So
you need a big Comedy Guy sign up here.
Yeah, what would it be? Just like
your fucking
my
head.
fucking head. So we got the black carpet taken from Sanders filming, the blue curtains because I'm trialing. I'm not convinced, but they were cheap and wide enough. The table. Little bit of around our foam here, something.
You need all those cool YouTube people. They have neon lights everywhere.
Yeah, I got to put that shit in. Because it's when I got, and you may also notice that the camera is slightly better as well. And when I got a slightly better camera, I was able to look at the footage and go like, ooh, that carpet ugly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is our new studio here. And yeah, Tim, so it's been a while. Last time we talked was
I came
after
back from
London.
the UK. Yep.
We gave the recap of London, and so the day after, then I recorded with Tumbit and Roger. And so when Tumbit told me lies, I was able to say it's not what Tim said yesterday.
Oh yeah, I did. I listened to a bit of that. Yeah.
So calling out Tumbit, and
we're all Tumbit.
He's always copping shit, Tumbit. And oh god, I've been working, you've been sick. We thought we'd just catch up and talk about what's up. I guess, I don't know, do we roll straight into the agony, the suffering, the pain of Tim Reedy?
There's nothing positive to talk about anyway, so the world's fucked.
Well, it's a bit fucked. We might be. I think we're both on a Debbie Downer on this one.
I will say though, Japan changed their rules on Monday. Did you hear about this?
Wait, I gotta look this up because as soon as you said that to me, when you texted to me that earlier in the day, something about Japan, I immediately went to Reddit/r/Japan travel, and they hadn't had an update about this. And I was like, that will explode the moment that Reddit community will explode. So
it's not the big news that you want to hear, but it's from Monday, business travelers and students can come back.
Sure, I understood that.
And then from next month on, they're allowing tour groups to come back. Not individual tourists, but as part of a package or something like that.
Well, I had been considering looking into, which I was going to look into it, what exactly business trip means. Because if I could, talk with some of my guys there, talk about this. What does it mean? What do you got to prove for it to be a business trip?
I looked into it for you, Lewis.
Oh, really?
You have to have a business vouch for you, basically.
Okay.
They have to inform the government exactly what you're going to be doing there. Mm-hmm. And it's like entering Russia or whatever. You just need a reason to be there.
Right. They say, hey, we're having meetings and we got to do that.
I'm not sure you could. Maybe you could bullshit it. I don't know.
Oh, the other one would be. See, the thing is, I want to stay for an extended period of time. So either you just say I'm just hanging out for a week and then actually stay for 3 months. Wonder if I guess they'd catch me on the way out. Probably.
You're going to stay that long the next time you go back?
Yes,
3 months?
Absolutely.
Okay, no.
It's just like something different after 2 years of the same, which is something I just want to do something different. And that's something different.
Hit up all the brothels and the
non-stop brothels. I'm going to be in the middle of them. Get me the hologram one. Get me some anime. I'm not into anime. Not at all. No. That's weird.
It's weird because you have
because I love so much about Japan, and I'm not really into anime. And I don't know. I mean, you could watch a little bit, but I've never really watched that much. And certainly, I don't know. Isn't anime just like a lot of looking at girls with
a lot of
suggestive outfits?
Yeah. They call it fan service.
Oh, okay. So you got to have
the
that
word for showing cleavage and vagina and stuff like that. Okay. But there's some good. I mean, I don't watch a lot of anime, but there's decent ones that.
Sure, I think there's a lot in that art style that just, I don't know. every
You
time
just
I look
can't
on
get
the
over the idea of I'm watching a cartoon, right?
My
And
brain.
you could feel your tits growing and your belly growing as you sit there watching it.
Oh, it's a real woman. I think there's a few good dudes out there who believe that, or believe that when they go to Japan, you will find it's not a woman like that or something. I don't know. I think there's a few dudes on the internet who believe that the Japan is the promised land.
Well, that's why I think the Japanese are missing a trick because, like in the sex industry, there, like foreigners are very much like pushed out. You know? Like if you go to like I forget the name.
I wouldn't know.
The red light district in Tokyo.
What's that?
Isn't there like lots of Yakuza guys there, and they'll like say, no, if a foreigner tries to get in, you should know. You were there.
Oh, well, I'll act like I've never done this before. Okay, so apparently that happens. Okay, that you can't get in, sure. No, Tim, you know me. I'd only be going to foreigner places like... Yeah. Or would I? Or if I was doing that, would like Hipster Lewis be like, no, I don't go to your mainstream brothels. I got a brothel 2 hours outside of Tokyo in a suburb. You got to go downstairs, give the guy the handshake, give him, pay him off a little bit. Talk, like I would be a hipster.
Yeah.
If I attended brothels.
He definitely has, by the way.
I would be a hipster and go to not the brothel. Well, I guess you would kind of want that, not the brothel everyone else is going to.
But shouldn't they cater for that sad, fat nerd, fucking neckbeard, anime watching guy? They should be brothels for all those guys because they have the money and they,
I guess. Well, maybe that's literally any brothel is for him then. Like, you just as a foreigner because he's a foreigner, not a sad, fat neckbeard dude.
Yeah.
If I was some little Japanese chick, I would take some neckbeard dude for everything he's worth. But that's just Lewis's thoughts on life if he wasn't a single white male. No, straight white male. Wait, no. Where were we again?
I have no idea.
Japan, brothels outside of Tokyo.
So 3 months, you would go for that long? You wouldn't get sick of it, no?
No, I want to just go and... this sounds
but it would be 3 months of the same thing, though. Basically,
sure.
Walking around, going into hard offs and fucking...
There's that, but also I want to make a fuck ton of videos. Like I would just be making videos on my YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. Like I like making those videos, and the whole point, like I would just be turning them out, like filming everything and trying to make some content out of it because I'm just there for a little while and I'm gonna go for it. So I'm touring around, but I'm also trying to make that. But I want to just be away. I want to be away, and it's a place where, like, I could conceivably, if making this YouTube channel about games is like a new hobby, it's a new interest for me, I can just go there and immerse myself in that. My life is just running around to get video game stores and look at this Japanese thing, and it's just videos all day long, and I can immerse myself in the thing that I really want to do. So if you, like, I can just go there and just fucking make videos.
Yeah.
About interesting shit, and I think I could totally handle 3 months.
Comedy shows over there, maybe.
So you want to stay away from that shit, Maybe, but there's a few open mics and stuff there. Maybe I gotta, it'd be good to just see how it goes and different thing. But yeah, like I can just go and have a sabbatical and just do the thing that I really like doing nonstop, and hopefully be in a totally different place where I haven't got work shit always all of this usually.
Pandemic's been hard on you, hasn't it, Lewis?
Oh, it's been so God, I want to go. So 3 months in Japan, that's the plan. There's a longer plan. I have this other idea that because I host a lot of conferences and I quite like that work, it's not so bad. I'm all right at it these days. I'm pretty, I worked hard to kind of be a better host, so I'm all right at it. Yeah, maybe I could imagine if I could just here's the dream scenario, Tim Reedy.
Move away from Estonia, is that the...
Not quite. No. Some sort of back and forth. That there are some events in Japan that I can go and moderate. They need a great English-speaking moderator, and whatever they pay, it's probably maybe a slightly better Tokyo rate or something, but it's still enough for me to afford to go back and forth, and I could go over there a few times.
Of like a foreigner host guys, and they'll see you coming and they'll go, no.
These fat fucking Americans have been here for 20 years. Think I'll jump in. I know I've done that. I'm the OG. I've already come to a market and cleaned up, motherfucker. You think I won't do it to you again, you punk ass American?
Because there are like people over there, like I mean, no, I'm thinking of Korea now. Sorry, never mind.
Well, you're probably thinking of what happens if some punk-ass Australian would come to Estonia right now and start taking my hosting gigs.
Exactly, yeah.
Dang, of course. I'll be all over that shit, right? So, look, I understand. But if I could just work a bit in Japan, hosting conferences, all the sort of things that I'm good at, and just move back and forth, maybe not have to spend, like the way you go back to Ireland. You go for a little while, go for a month.
Yeah, but Estonia to Ireland is a fucking different.
Japan's only 8 hours. It's only 7.
Yeah.
Maybe you go to Helsinki and then it's 7 or is it 8? It's not the worst.
Yeah.
Especially if you go, because you can go direct to Helsinki. There's no bullshit. You don't have to go anywhere else. It's not the worst thing.
That's right. I was looking at flights today out of curiosity, and I'm so tempted to just book one. Even if they don't open up I checked February.
Oh, for Japan, you were still talking
Japan.
about. Right.
And
I would like the
€400.
Oh shit.
That's why you don't drink those fancy foreigner beers. You stick with the Alexander.
Okay. I'll turn the screen around. We can see each other here. Shit.
The craft beer gotcha.
It did in the end. Jesus. Right. So the big thing. I would also like to go at the end of January. Like that's the earliest I could go, and I would like if they opened up tomorrow and they said, "Hey, yeah, you can enter Japan from your date." I'd be like, "Book me a ticket for January 20 right now."
But the way the government are talking is fucking weird. Like they are going to open it up for tour groups in January, but they want every single thing documented, like where you're going to go, what are you going to do, where you're going to be, how long you're going to be there for.
I guess it's their way. I would imagine if you're a government and you're a Japanese government, I'm trying to just get in their head a little bit here. You want to restart the tourism sector, but you want to do it as safely as possible. Mm-hmm. So it's the low-hanging fruit. The test subjects are the tour groups because they're controlled. You know everyone. You know where they're going. See how that goes.
They don't want Tim swanning in, picking up a rental car and driving around the country.
Driving around, Lewis going around, pilfering their secondhand electronics, exporting it out of their fine country, taking away these historical relics. Mm-hmm. They don't want that action, right? Yeah. So I reckon that's what it is. But maybe I got to check this out. Maybe I can do some business in Japan.
Well, the list of countries that they say you can't enter from, Australia's not on that list. Like Oceania has Fiji, and that's it. There's no Australia on that list.
So what, you can't enter from Australia?
I think you can. But you have to quarantine for 14 days. That's the only thing.
No, that's what they're taking away, though. They're taking away that you can go without the quarantine if you're a business. If you're a business traveler.
I don't know. I was just looking at the list of countries, and I just noticed Australia and New Zealand weren't on the list.
Right. How to convince them, though, that I'm a business traveler 3 months. Aha! I'll come up in an upcoming episode. So, okay. When I get there, I'll get there. Then you come over. That's the deal, right? I'll get there. This is
happening next year for sure.
I will be there. You come over. It's going to be good.
Yeah. And I was saying to someone that, if I, because Japan is, exotic enough, you're like, oh, you're going to Japan. If I go to Japan, I'd be doing the same fucking shit that I did in Scotland and London. I'll just be at the pub fucking drinking and then eating food late at night and sleeping all day, probably.
But you'll be drinking different. You can walk around some districts and go from small bar to small bar, and then eat some ramen at something. There's a lot of
climb Mount Fuji, perhaps.
Oh my God, Tim! No, just don't. No. Just stay and drink the beer. Just stay. It's a big city. There's lots of bars, lots of places.
Cities are shit, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, you don't like cities? I want to live. I
like the cities that you don't like. I like Riga, and I know you don't like Riga.
What a dump.
But I love Riga. Riga's fantastic.
True. Look, I'm not trying to say is everything great about the big city? But again, 2 years of nothing. I could deal with some big city right now.
I can even see it in your face. You look fucking wrecked. You all right?
Oh, it's also because of the work, because I was working for 6 days straight.
Just go to the ATM. What are you doing this work thing for?
I work so I can go to the ATM and not worry about it.
Is that how it works, is it? Oh, shit, I didn't know.
So I did 6 days of event hosting straight. A live event for 3 days that was virtual, also broadcast, and then the last 3 days were for a big company. They're having their fucking whatever meeting over 2 days. All the people are talking. This guy's got to talk. The next guy, here's sales in that region, blah, blah. He's got to make his talk. But what made it hard was that it wasn't really hosting. I was acting being a host. but I wasn't a host. Like the whole thing's scripted. Here's this interaction, that interaction. I've got 2 teleprompters, and we do it out of order. So you're no longer being a host of an event. You're actually acting like a host. It's like,
but it's a live event anyway, right?
Well, it's broadcast live.
It's broadcast live.
But it's not. It's all filmed. It's already been filmed.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it's weird and it's very draining, and it's not really something that I like doing very much, but the pay is good, and it's a job, so you're going to take a job.
You've got to get that Skrilla, as the kids say.
Yeah. We literally did a magic trick out of order. Like part of the entertainment is a magic trick, is like there's a magician, and part of it is that, I don't know, he does something and I take a card and he puts it in an envelope. Yes, good old magician stuff, and he's like, "Oh, we'll reveal the envelope later," and we literally filmed the envelope part first, and then and it was like there's a magic trick out of order. That's how weird and awkward and corporate this thing is. And it was in that moment that the magic trick was done out of order that I was like,
"Don't worry, you got some nice South African sausages waiting for you there."
We got some from Paul, our old mate Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
you look dead inside is the word I would use.
Really?
You just look fucking dead.
No, I had a bong. Maybe that's it.
I don't know. Louis.
Is it? Okay, there's something else. No, I'm good. It's a process of chilling.
I think you got to move out of Estonia, man. I think you got to move back to Australia.
It's a process.
I'll take over. It's all right. I'll take the corporate hosting gigs for whatever.
You can run Comedy Estonia. Yeah, you go. Just
no problem. I'll run it into the fucking ground.
It wouldn't take much. No, I'm not. It's just like there's 6 days of hosting, no weekends. The last one being I was already very tired, and that was very
it's also the
corporate.
time of year as well. We're just sliding into winter
this time
now,
of the year. But as you were saying, now as we have talked about, I can get into Australia again for the first time in 2 years. Yeah. So that's on the cards. Maybe I should go back for Christmas. I don't know. But if I'm going to spend 3 months in Japan, do I really want to spend 3 weeks in Australia? Maybe. Not sure I could be away for that long. All these things are up. But the point is, I can get back into Australia now.
Is just the thought that you can comforting as well? Is like,
that I can. Now I'm like, no, maybe I don't need to go. Where before I was like, gotta go. I've dreamt about it for the 3rd night in a row. And now I'm just like, maybe I'll go, maybe I won't go. I don't know.
Because I have a friend in Melbourne who complained nonstop through the pandemic about how fucking can't do anything. I go nowhere, police state. And now that the borders are open, I'm like, so you're going to come to Europe now, right? And he was like, stuff to do.
When I go, you can't.
Yeah.
Good. That's us. So I don't know. We'll see.
I'd go to Australia when I can. I can't do that flight. It's just too much.
Yeah. Okay. So I was also looking at flights, and the flights are. I used to get there with 2 stops and like 23 hours or 22 hours. Now there's an extra stop, and it's like 25 hours. And I don't know if that should, like, you go on 22, go 25, who gives a fuck? Maybe. But there's something about the psychological barrier of traveling more than 24 hours. Mm-hmm. Nothing was under 25 hours to get back to Sydney.
What's the price roughly for these flights?
I think about was it 1,000 or 1,400 euros? I can't remember when I did the sums I don't think it was 1,000 euros. I think it was 1,400 euros. So I think it was more. I'm trying to think back to pre-pandemic. I want to say 5 years ago. I think that stuff would have been 1,000, 1,100, something like that. So, so I guess there's just not as many flights in the world right now. So
yeah, I couldn't even do 10 hours. Never mind fucking 20 hours.
Not this. I don't know. You just sit there.
Yeah, but you're not a fat man. It's different.
Get business class then or something. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's what I was looking at for. That's why I'm like, maybe I should book this flight to Japan, because business class to Japan from Helsinki non-stop, it's only 1,200 euro.
That's all right.
And it's you get a live flat bed.
Yeah.
Free fucking
It's very pleasant. It's one of the advantages of being here. You go to Helsinki, and then Helsinki, Tokyo, done. And then you're good.
Can't even get a fucking direct flight to Ireland, though. Yeah, I even emailed Ryanair about it a few days ago.
Oh, you're like, as an Irishman, you need to get me home.
To be fair, every capital in the European Union should be connected by a direct flight. Is that too much to ask?
Maybe. You're not an economist, are you, Tim?
Just go to the ATM is my solution for everything.
Right.
You know. But I do. I have my trip booked home for Christmas already now. So
That's nice.
I'm heading away in December, and I'm going to eat and drink
Now
and be merry.
Now you've been home recently, so it's not a massive homecoming for you.
I've been home, but like this is the first time I'll be home where I can actually do shit because
I had the
I'm vaccinated.
boys there. That's last time.
Yeah.
Tauri and James. That's right. Those two.
But I was
fucks.
unvaccinated, so I couldn't go into any of the pubs or restaurants.
Ah, yes. And now, you've got some shots here. Did you get a shot somewhere else as well? You got a bunch?
Here's the fucked up thing. I tried explaining this to Oleg, and Oleg was doing this thing. He was going, "What? I just not understanding." Got a shot in Ireland.
Yeah.
Got a shot here.
Okay.
That's the start and the end. But he just couldn't, like, what?
2 countries.
Because I can't. He doesn't understand why I can't get the digital cert.
Okay.
Because
Because you're not on the Estonian system.
no, I'm not. So I have to go back to Ireland physically. Go back to Ireland and go to the Department of Health to get my cert.
Will you do that when you're home?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I can't go into the pubs either. No, so.
But you've got this Estonian thing now, this yellow thing.
The yellow book,
that I've seen a few people have.
The malaria book. Because that's what it is. It says it on the front page, like this is a malaria book, basically.
I think maybe our audience is not old enough to remember these sort of vaccine cards that back in the day, I remember growing up, I had a vaccine card. Like I had and that's all you had, and they signed it, and then you had to show it the next time you went to the hospital. There was no fucking online system that tracked your every thing. So you got the Estonian version of that, but then in Ireland, you need to get another vaccine in Ireland.
According to Ireland, I have one shot. According to Estonia, I have one shot. I have 2 shots. But you see, Ireland doesn't have a system. We don't have ID cards. We have nothing in Ireland. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It's the same in Australia, right? No ID cards.
No ID cards.
That bullshit. So you just have to go to a guy and go, "Hey, I got this second shot in Estonia." He's like, "Do you have proof?" Like, "Yes, this malaria book." And then the Department of Health will go, "All right, here you go. Here's your certificate."
Okay, so you got the other way of saying that is
are they
the
going to
Irish.
call? Are they going to call Estonians?
Sure, no, they're just going to look.
They're just going to go. All right.
It looks enough.
And I could have printed it. It's fucking paper.
It looks official enough. Okay,
Yeah.
so they will accept that now you've got 2 shots, and they'll give you a
Hopefully, yeah.
PDF with a QR code.
But I probably will get the booster when I'm home as well because I'm at risk.
You're an at-risk.
I'm an at-risk person.
Is it your age, Tim?
I don't think so. My height, I think.
It could be the height, yeah.
But yeah, I got the shot last Friday, and it almost made me an anti-vaxxer. I had such a bad reaction to it. I was lying in bed, and I was like, "Oh yeah, no, fuck no."
I thought I was going to call the ambulance. I thought we were going to be hearing about this foreigner dead in hotel room.
I got it on Friday, so it's a week since I had it, and Friday evening I was fine, but Saturday was just a disaster, just a fucking disaster. The entire left side of my body was numb. I was having like involuntary muscle movements. Fever, sweats, and then I had delirium because I had like dehydration.
Yeah,
where you're just lying in bed and you don't know where you are. I know I'm in my bedroom. I don't know where I am. I was listening to like Opie and Anthony shows on my laptop. Didn't know what the fuck that was. Was like too afraid to look over to see where the sound was coming from. I couldn't move. I was like paralyzed in bed, and then I'd like move my hand, and I slowly but surely figured out to get out of bed. And then over time, delirium does fade away. And then, I realized that I just haven't been drinking enough water. So,
wow, that sounds like something people pay money for drugs to do, but you got it free of charge.
It felt like I had eaten like 5 cookies.
Oh right, okay.
Like all at once.
Wow, that's
like it feels so
50
fucking
euros of
heavy
value,
and you can't move, and it was rough. It was rough. I almost I did consider like fuck. I would never call an ambulance. I'd call an Uber to take me to the hospital because I'd have to actually pay for it.
And then what would the hospital do? I wouldn't even know.
Nothing.
Who knows?
There's nothing they could do.
Right, what can they do? You just got to, and they would go fucking write it out. Sure, like we'll worry in a day. Apparently, this happens. We'll worry if this keeps on going past.
But it was the muscle movement stuff that was weird because you're not in control of your own body.
Right. Were you in Paide or in Tallinn?
I was in Tallinn. Yeah.
Tallinn.
And I'm fine now though. A week's passed.
The Irish attitude. Just had a near-death experience, but
I still have like muscle twitches in my hands and my calves, but I don't know if that's the COVID or the alcoholism. I don't know. What's one or the other? You know? So yeah, get the vaccine, but maybe don't.
It's rough because for me, I've had 2 shots, nothing either time. I'm feeling like COVID Superman. Oh, I had something. No, nothing. I've had no.
But you're healthy
reaction.
as well, though.
Somewhat. I'm not. Well,
and I had COVID.
it's been rough for the last few weeks for sure.
I remember I was talking to Oleg about when I was trying to explain it to Oleg. He told me I shouldn't get another shot because Dr. Oleg, of course, he knows everything. He said your immune system will get too strong.
Oh, too strong.
It'll start attacking your body. And
I
was like, Oleg, you fucking idiot. And then as I was lying in bed last Friday, I was like, well, maybe there's a point. Anyway, I'm grand now. Everything's grand.
You're grand. I don't know about Dr. Oleg, whether that'll be a weird TV show, hypochondriac doctor.
And now I'll be able to pump some money back into the pubs of Ireland and stimulate the economy.
As you are home. Okay, stimulate that economy. So you're going to be home. You can finally go on the pubs, see mum and dad. You don't have to be running around. You can have some proper time with your family. How long you come back for? How long?
2 weeks. Going for 2 weeks.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. I'm coming back because there's no fucking direct flights. So I come back through Edinburgh. So I'll eat and drink even more there.
Oh, so you have to go. Are you going to stop in them? Are you going to stop for the night or just
3 or 4 days?
Oh, 3 or 4 days. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
Yeah, rent a car, drive around, do the thing, visit the dog again.
Right, and again, without 2 idiots jumping up and down and having to coerce them out the door, you can just.
But, to be fair, like I've had 3 weeks now since I came back from that trip, and on the last night I wanted to kill the 2 of them.
Humbert and Oleg we're talking about.
In retrospect, it was good.
In retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have murdered them. Hey.
That was good. I mean, they've been good boys since they came back because Humbert's done the podcast with you and Roger, and he did a podcast with Steven and Tauri as well. And he didn't bring up any of the negative aspects of Tim and either.
Oh,
so
good
fair
boy.
play to him.
Good boy.
Because
good
I
boy.
was a cunt on that trip. I was an irritable arsehole. I had severe road rage at points. I nearly killed the 3 of us at least twice. So I scared the boys a few times, I think, on that trip. So.
All right, fair play to them. Fair play.
And you'll probably, if I do go to Japan, you'll probably see the same level of road rage again.
Oh, let's do it. Because you're going to have to drive because I can't drive in Japan. Yeah. Because Japan has, there are 5 countries that you can't just roll up with your license, right? 5 countries where you have to go to the motor authority, fill out a form, get it back. 5. Estonia is on that list. And I only have an Estonian license these days. So
I'd still let you drive. I don't give a fuck.
Well,
not my car.
Yeah, once we're done, we don't give a fuck. So we'll hire it. That's the thing. I can't hire it on my own because I can hire it because I can't prove that I can drive. Yeah. But it's not. I already know how to hire a car because I looked into that. So
they'll hire a car to me, and I'm definitely the worst driver that I know. I'm a terrible driver. I almost hit a car driving here today.
It'll be great. We should drive around. I've never driven around Japan. We're going to go from city to city. We're going to hit those countryside.
Yeah, just little small towns.
Yeah, there's secondhand hard-offs in those small towns as well. We're going to find those ones in the countryside.
Going to go and bow at people and make them bow back over and over again.
Good to see you.
Yeah, don't do that though. You actually look a bit like a young Gilbert Gottfried when you do that.
I could be doing some sort of phone greeting for you for your birthday. Hey!
I have an itchy foot.
If you give me $50, I'll do something that sounds like Gilbert Gottfried. Hey!
Oh, I did that for Tori, didn't I?
Yeah, exactly. That's
God, I'm such a good friend, aren't I, Lewis?
You're an amazing. Oh, otherwise, which translates to, haven't I spent so much money on my friends?
Well, sure. The money is ill-gotten, so... The ATM, I don't deserve the ATM. So, I farm it out, God. I would like to hope to receive the goodwill back from people, but I never do, What are you going to do?
The internet. Yeah. The internet business. The business of the internet.
Yes.
This beer that I'm drinking, it says Milkshake IPA. And at first I was like, what the fuck is a milkshake IPA? But then it's just, it's got creamy, juicy notes of mango. I'm like, all right, it's a beer. And you've just written milkshake on the front of it.
Sounds like a load of bollocks, Lewis.
I think so. That's kind of where I was going with this. Yeah, this is a load of bollocks and milkshake.
So what else has been happening in the world, Lewis? Come on, let's get into the issues now.
All right, what is it?
We're a beer in. We've got what is it? Kyle Rittenhouse. Who you want to talk about? Joe Biden. You want to talk about?
I know nothing about either of those people.
No?
I think we should hate someone in the Kyle Rittenhouse. We should hate somebody. I think maybe
we should hate the justice system.
Oh, okay. I hate the justice system then. How do we feel going home for Christmas? Did that? Australia's Open did that. I am somewhat improving at Estonian from my lessons. I couldn't.
Tere.
Well, tere.
Kuidas läheb?
Yeah, hästi. Sulka?
Radiant.
Radiant.
That's a reference to the fast show that no one's going to get.
Yeah, it comes in bursts and spurts and a lot of time of feeling desperate and like, fuck this, I can never get all of this. And then other moments where something fits together for a moment and then I think like, oh, okay, I didn't understand that. So I didn't go the last 2 times because I was working. Because I'm an adult and I have adult things to do, so I can't go to every class. It feels better than being a school kid.
Is there, there's these Eestimayas around the world. Mm-hmm. Is there one in Japan, I wonder?
Oh, Japani Eestimaya.
Japani Eestimaya.
Japani Eestimaya.
But are there Estonians in Japan? Do you know?
One assumes, because I'm sure there's one or two at least. But
I know there's Finns there because they kind of look Japanese a small bit.
There's Inuit. Yeah, they were looking like Mikhail Korvat.
Mongols, which is apparently a very offensive thing to call someone.
Really? A Mongol? Mongol, even if they are Mongol?
I never thought about that. Yeah.
Because when I was young, saying someone was a Mongol or a Mongoloid.
Mongoloid, I get. But Mongol?
Mongol. You're a Mongol. Because it's okay, you're a weird person. We don't understand.
Mongrel was one.
Oh, well, that's a different. Mongrel.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, you're a fucking mongrel. Like, that's, that dog's a mongrel.
Yeah.
Like, no person of disrepute, bit rough around the edges. So, yeah, I'm getting there with the Estonian class. I can say some things, but I don't know.
Could you walk into a bank and open an account in Estonia?
No. Well, also, though, it's not, this language learning thing, Tim, it's not a linear process of.
Just go to the language ATM, man.
It's not. It's not this thing, which I guess I thought it was. Now that you pointed out, like now I can say something at this level. Now I can say it's not that. It's
not supposed to be that anyway.
You get weird bits and pieces, and sometimes I'm understanding like some parts of it. I'm happier to sit down and understand like the grammar rule because at least it's a rule, and if I factor out the 10% of weird cases, there's 90% where I can say this rule works. So I'll learn a rule and then I see something where I've recognized the rule and I'm like, oh, it's that thing. So I'll say that, but it's not sort of like, oh, now I can speak to the burger sales lady and now I can speak at a bank and now I could speak there. That's what I mean. It's this really ill-defined process. And look, if you, I'm willing to bet every single other person who's watching this podcast is a dual language speaker. So I'm speaking to them like I'm describing the first days of school.
And the funny thing is you don't even get to be special now. Because if you started learning Estonian when you first came to Estonia, then the locals would be like, oh. But now there's fucking everyone. Exactly. I was in line in Stockman and there was a French fella next to me and he ordered all his stuff in fluent Estonian. But his pronunciation was still like French. And I thought, you piece of shit.
I have noticed that. Okay, we have a French student in our class, and again, very grammatically fine, but
the same guy,
can't help. It's a lady, but you can't help but the
Who
French.
knows these days, Lewis?
Gender fluid in the middle, non-binary. So class is all right. But still you got to study every day. Fuck, I don't want to do that thing every day. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my real Estonian dad, so I got to, it's hard to study, right?
Yeah, that's what stopped me because I don't like feeling like I'm in school.
Yeah, you got to do that work and you got to do that thing and there's that. So, but overall it's fine. I quite like the teacher. I don't mind the Zoom sessions now. I'm happy I'm going. Multilingua is the school that I'm going to. I'm fine with that. They're cool people. They were very accommodating to me. So it's going all right. I'm getting somewhere. I can just feel like this is going to take a while. I was just like, yeah, zip, zang, zing. I'll be doing some B1 and then I'll be getting that residency permit. No. Because I think my residency is up in, I want to say 2 years or 2.5 years. Now I'm like, I'm not sure I'll be a be one in 2.5 years.
You'll be living in Japan. That's what happens.
Well, especially if that happens, right? So I'm preparing myself that I won't be at that level even in 2.5 years, that this may be a longer life process, but I will try.
See, I'm a cocky motherfucker when it comes to Estonian. I actually truly believe that if I applied myself, I would be conversational in 6 months.
Probably. Well,
but I can't apply myself.
I also imagine that, I mean, I didn't study this morning. I got up and I was like, I should do every morning, do an hour or something. No. So sure, could any person, especially someone who's lived here for a while, sufficiently motivated, learn it in 6 months? Sure.
Just can't be arsed.
Sure, but who can be asked to do such
Like, I see that French guy in Stockman and like, he wants to speak the language. He's so proud of his usage of Estonian. And I could, if I wanted my Wiener Schnitzel, I could order it in Estonian.
Used to Schnitzel.
No, I won't do it. I want to bring them down to my level. Force the women in there to speak English.
I thought you were just going to leave it as force the women to speak English. And I was like, okay, no, in general.
In general, yeah.
Force the women.
Oh, careful. Cancel culture can come for anyone now. It came for the head of Barstool Sports recently, which was an interesting one. The Dave Portnoy, he runs this big media company, Barstool Sports, and this Business Insider woman wrote an article saying that he's a rapist, and turns out the story was a complete fabrication. But his company, the owner of his company, Penn, their stock tanked, and it turns out the owner of Business Insider was shorting Penn stock. So cancel culture, you gotta watch out.
So we can make some money off cancel culture.
Yeah,
I
I can write that you're a rapist.
Sure.
And then I'll short Comedy Estonia.
Congratulations, your speculation may make you about $100. I don't think
that's a lot of 6-packs.
There you go. That's a few. You could, if you speculated and pushed down the value of our company, congratulations, you probably made $100 on the open market.
That could almost fill my car now.
Which car? You got the hybrid, the
RAV4.
The RAV4 hybrid.
Cost me €80 to fill it.
Yeah, mine does. The Volvo.
Fuck me, man. What's going on?
What's going on? Hey, why? I can't answer the question. Why the fuck are there so many Australians around the place? I met another Australian the other day at this
bastards
event. Speaking of the magic, when I said at that event, and I said that even the magician's routine was filmed out of order, which kind of, you want to talk about taking away the magic. I couldn't specifically, a few of the things he did, I could work out his trick. Because
don't reveal him on the podcast.
No, because he was forced to do them out of order, so I could see. He wasn't telling me, but I kind of looked at him and went, "Oh, okay, that's how the trick works." Because he was doing it out of order. But even some things weren't. A couple of the things he did, I couldn't work out, but I didn't ask him. Even though we're behind the scenes already doing this out of order thing, I was like, "Hey man, now we're out of order. Just tell me how the trick works."
Was it a card trick or
one was a card trick? There was one with like pages of a book, and he selects the correct page of the book. So anyway, my point of all of this is that the magician who was performing was Australian. Peter Pax is his name.
Does he live here?
Well, he says, and I asked him. He said goes back and forth. So I think he's here now more often than not.
I think he was telling me he was gay, to be honest. He was trying to fish for some...
Well, maybe. He said he was back and forth the last 2 years. So he spent a lot of time going back and forth, but I imagine he's been here for a while, heard his name a few times. So this is what I don't get. Like, why are there so many Australian cunts hanging around? Like, what backwater do I have to go to get away from them? Even like here in Estonia, 1.3 million people. And then... why are we all in the fucking entertainment industry? Me, Dan at Heldecker, this dude, Peter Pax. Now again, right on. I'm not throwing shade at Peter. He was a nice guy, and I enjoyed talking with him. And right on. I'm just making a ranty podcasty
You'd like him more
point.
if he was like Irish or English.
I'd like him more if he was in Riga. No. He was a nice guy. Look, no problems. I'm just trying to point out, what the fuck? Why are there 4? Oh, and the last Australian is that Instagram stripper dude who's here you don't know who he is, but regular people who are watching, Estonian people will know that Australian dude who's the Instagram guy who's got the girlfriend and he came here for her, and it's like that he's a stripper and he wants to be like the Lewis stripper Marco of the stripper business coming in. There's a weird Instagram social media young, and he's a stripper. So why are there 4 Australians in Tallinn all involved in the entertainment industry?
You need to fucking call Ekra and get this there.
This is fucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You need to kick out these Australians.
I feel the same about Irish people. I'm like, why are there so many Irish people here? But, European Union, it's fair that there's lots of Irish people here,
Okay, so you'd have to travel further again to find a place where you don't get the Irish people.
Oh no, there's nowhere on the face. I'd have to go to the moon. We're fucking everywhere. And you know what? I don't mind when I'm in, if I'm in Estonia for a long time and I see there's Irish people. I'm like, you know what? Fair play. We got out. Well, the fucking going was good. It's expensive to live in Ireland now. I wouldn't wish anyone to deal with that bullshit. But when you're on holiday, when you're in I don't know, you're in fucking Brazil or something, and you fucking see an Irish person a mile away. They're all short, fat, bald, and they wear a rugby jersey, and they don't, I just fucking hate them.
I would say that Australia, because my experience will be going to some place, you walk into the bar and it's like, oh yeah, how's you going? You're a long way from home. What's up, man? I want to strangle.
That's most Irish. I'm just a bitter fucker. Most Irish people are like, oh, where are you from? Oh, Jesus Christ, I know your grandmother.
Good crack, good people.
But
sure.
I fucking just get away from me. I left Ireland to get away from that place, not to.
Right. So this this event where we're filming it the other day over 3 days. I'm there as this host thing, and the other entertainer, literally the other entertainer, was an Australian as well. What the fuck? He's fine. He's like a magician. He's got tricks and shit. Seems like he knows what's up. He's all right.
Do you go home after the event and pace around your apartment? And go,
fuck, I gotta learn some magic tricks now. I'm gonna do the card thing. I don't know. I'm gonna be something with a book.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe a bird. I'll get a bird and make it disappear.
Do you not wish him well though in his?
Absolutely. No. He was a nice guy and right on. He was a nice dude. Sure. You getting that? Look, high five. You're getting that Estonian punani. Yes. Okay. Maybe we should bond over the things that we do like, rather than focusing. What
I want to know is why are all the Australians sexual predators? It's weird. It's fucking uncanny.
They changed the law, Tim. From now on, it's 16. It's 16. They've just the bill is just passing the Riigikogu right now, and unfortunately, Tim, you won't be able to have sex with 14-year-olds anymore.
I think it should be fucking 30, man.
30?
No.
13 or 30?
No, it should be 18. That's fair, I think.
Sure, but now it's 16 though. Unless you're there's a formula, which is the hard so. First of all, you can't have sex, so it's 16, right, straight up. But there's a clause that if you are within 5 years of each other, you're allowed to do it. So, and again, weirdly, the article makes this. If you're a 19-year-old, you're allowed to have sex with a 14-year-old. Or if you're 20, you can have sex with a 15-year-old.
Or I think they got me with that one. They released that video of the fucking 50-year-old man who was in a relationship with a 14-year-old. I thought it was real. It was a fake video to show would you be okay with this? And I was fucking outraged. I was messaging Rauno, messaging everyone what the fuck is this shit? This is why isn't this on the news? And I'm like, dude, it's a parody. They fucking got me. They got me.
So now, once you're 16 though, all bets are off. Estonia is not moving that fast that they could make it 18. So. Yeah. So there's some, but that does make it you're young people and you got to do maths. Young people can't do maths. They're horny. They're getting into bed. They're going crazy things. You want them to do some sort of mathematics formula? Well, your age plus 5 years minus the number of potatoes in the back of the truck. It's too much maths.
I don't think it really matters. And when it comes to young kids doing whatever the fuck they do, I don't think that low. This doesn't matter. It's more just to stop you from fucking
Pretty much.
14-year-olds, you know?
Maybe that's why it's called the Louis Zezerin bill. I don't know, maybe.
You know, like all caps Lewis. It's like a big long Estonian acronym.
It's an acronym, but it spells Lewis.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
I know. Look, someone's got to stop it. All right. Can you say, can you say that, Tim? Have they had to change the law for a country? Have you made such an impact that they changed a law for you? No, I would say
that's
not.
something to be proud of, for sure. Fuck, so many 14-year-olds that said, you know what? Change the law.
Club Mint was great.
So, right, we're coming into the worst part of the year, Lewis.
It is the worst part of the year.
The winter times.
Yes.
How are we going to survive? What are we going to do?
I don't know, bro. Smoking a fuck ton of weed is kind of the go-to
Not
here.
enough. We need something stronger. We need to start doing fentanyl, Lewis, the two of us.
Yeah, last number? Okay, we're going to go to last number, get some fentanyl. We're going to go just a little, just like a few
Travis
drops.
Scott, that guy was going around sticking needles into people.
We're going to go stick needles into people, into Oleg. I'm going to stick a needle into Oleg.
He probably needs it, yeah.
He needs some fentanyl.
Yeah.
Like if anyone needs fentanyl, it's Oleg.
Like, Oleg, get fentanyl, man.
Dude, just get fentanyl. Oh, my camera turned off.
It just did. Like I heard the noise. Here we go again.
Okay, sorry. We have to take a little break. To reset the video, my camera turned off. I don't know why it turns off. It just turns off sometimes. So, how are we going to get through this winter? What do we get? So, I don't know, Tim.
Because my solution is to shoot guns, drink alcohol, just have the time of our lives.
Sure.
But I'm skint now, so all that fun has gone out the window.
So we can't afford to just shoot guns every 4 times a day. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's been difficult because not knowing how Christmas is going to be. Well, I guess now you can go home, so that's something. How do we get through it? How do we make it through? I'm not...
Because it's fine now, but come January...
Yeah, those 6... And I spent 6 days working, so not only, again, do I feel like I feel like I was off the face of the planet of Earth because... I was talking about those 6 days that I'm working. So for the 6 days, I'm in a darkened room that does not have natural light. And I'm in there for at least 8 hours, if not 12. A lot of those filmings were 12-hour days. So I'm just inside. So I have no concept of the passing of time. Like days come and go to me and the days almost blend into one. So... I'm off the planet of the Earth after doing that for 6 days in a row. I don't know, man. I hope there's events because now the government seems very back and forth, but we can still run events right now. There's a 1,000-person limit, but that doesn't really make a difference for most events.
Oh, really? I thought there was like a 50-person limit at shows.
No. What are you talking about? No. That's crazy.
Just completely out the loop.
You have no idea. No, it's 1,000. They put a cap of 1,000 on, but it doesn't really change. I don't know why they felt the need to do that. Like, I guess they wanted.
But it's the uncertainty, Lewis. I fucking just tripped over that line there.
The uncertainty.
My God. Because like there will be more restrictions for sure. Like I mean, I can't see us go full Latvia with curfews and stuff. But
for me, okay, I'm doing what I should have done at the start of the first lockdown, which is I'm making the YouTube videos that I really, really like making. I should have done that at the start with all that time. That's when I should have started my YouTube channel. But for some reason, I only started it recently. And now I'm like, I like making videos. I like communicating with these people. I like doing this. I can see I'm getting a few extra followers and that's kind of cool. And people are kind of into what I do.
You just got to keep sticking at it because I know a lot of people, they want that instant success.
Sure.
You're just 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get that.
Absolutely not.
Just keep making content and then, because you see, like there's this Twitch streamer that I watch now because he plays this Phasmophobia game and he's one. He must be one of the top. He gets like 9,000 viewers at once on Twitch. But you go to his YouTube channel where every video now is like 1 million views and you arrange by oldest. And you go back to the start and it's only like fucking 3,000 or 4,000 views. Right. And those 3,000 or 4,000 views are only because people who are fans now were like, I wonder what his old videos were like. And you see that he has like maybe 600 videos before he starts kicking
That's a
off.
great point. You've just got to press on. You've just got to
make shit.
Oh, wait. The new clip needs to be time synced. Didn't do the clap. Just feels like now I'm applauding you. Yes, excellent point, Tim.
Yeah.
Wow.
Woo!
This guy with his fucking YouTube advice.
Yeah.
Woo.
Fucking hell. I mean, I thought about streaming. Well, I did start streaming.
Yeah, you did, and then you stopped again. Why'd you stop?
Look at that involuntary muscle movement in the hands. The vaccine. Whoa.
I can attest that Tim's finger was spasming.
Yes.
There were spasms from your small finger.
And I know I'd be successful at it. I know for a fact it would. That's not just cockiness on my part. I just know that if I stuck to a schedule every day, like 3 hours a day.
It's entertaining. When you do it, it's entertaining. Absolutely.
I just can't be fucked.
Right.
As soon as people start watching, I'm like, ugh, what do you do? Like, why are you watching me? Go to titty streamers out there. I mean, I got titties, but I don't got primo ones, you know? So that's what I was thinking of doing over the when the winter gets really bad. Just, do you know what? Pick a 4-week run and force yourself to stream every day for 3 hours, same time every day, because that's what people want apparently. You know,
I think
people need that, like, oh, he's on now.
From talking to different content creators, I think there's a big part is your boundary, your resistance to just turning on the camera and streaming or talking. And I think this is like a key factor that I'm seeing some people that, like, they've got a lot of knowledge and they're cool and they're making good content, right? So they're already good in their field. But the key factor they got is that they don't feel like weird or some reservation about just turning on the camera and either streaming or making a video about a topic. Where if you overthink it, you're like, I don't know, am I feeling good today? Am I going to stream? I don't know. People want to watch me today. I don't know. Where if you just have that mindset of like, hey, it doesn't matter, I'm just going to turn it on. That, I actually think that might be the biggest. If you combine that with actual knowledge of something, you're done. That's it. You're good. Like if you just have the ability to stream without knowledge of something, okay, then you're a vapid YouTuber, you know, but you could probably still make something. It's that ability to just go for it.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. Just turn it on. Doesn't matter, or to not feel like self-conscious.
Yeah.
So much. Yeah.
Because see, like the reason I know I'd be successful is because, like, I do have that switch. I can just turn on the entertainer switch and just do it. So then I look at, like, no offense, Johannes, I have to disclaimer this by saying I'm not putting you down here now. Yeah, but he goes on every day and he does his 4 hours of very little interaction with the one or two people who come in, because he doesn't have that entertainer switch. And I remember when he came over to my apartment one night, he asked there's like this game on PS5 he wanted to stream, and because I was in the room with him and talking to him, he started talking more. Viewers started going up. He hit a peak of maybe like 24 at one point, when that's more viewers than he's ever had. And it's just, you know, you have to, you know, some people don't have this switch to turn on and go, whoa. But he has the dedicated, like, going on every day for a few hours type of thing.
So at least he's got that dedication. He's got one side of the formula. But then the other side is having, right. But then the other side is having, well, you might say the X factor. The other side is having that thing that just turns it on and you can just go and be entertaining or something. I worry about myself that I have the schedule ability, but not the actual ability. I don't know. So I think I just judge myself too hard. That I feel like
you're an entertainer. Like,
that
that's
I'm
the way it is.
Too generic. That I don't have enough of an angle. That I just sort of present a too generic kind of thing. I don't have enough of an angle. Like even little things like I don't have a cool fucking username. I can't think of names of things. Like why do you think this is called the Tim and Lewis Show and it was stand-up comedy with Lewis and Eric and Lewis and Stuart? Why do you think I have the same thing I just use over and over? I really struggle at this part of creativity, and now I'm doing this new podcast with this retro gamer guy, Steve. Like, he's got some suggestions and I'm like, you know what? Cool, fucking let's call it that. I just am dumb, like, I don't want to say dumb or stupid when it comes to like naming things and colors. I'm not very good at colors.
What?
Yeah, colors. Can't design.
Colours
Can't
are
graphic
easy,
design. Graphic design shit. So
You know that's red, right?
yeah, because it's recording.
Okay.
As in the recording light.
No, I'm saying
lights
that
are
you
red.
know what a colour
Sorry,
is.
yes. Right, I know what colors are.
Jokes.
I just can't. I can't. You worry about your own ability, and is it enough? Like, I can do the steps. I'm a good project manager, and I can very well project manage myself, and I can make a list of steps that I need to do to make a podcast. But can I bring the zingy X factor to it? Is the
What I will say
worry.
about your videos is that you do like the style of video is very much like you are doing one of your like private shows, you know, your private events. It's very kind of presentery type of
sure.
thing.
I would. Okay, yeah, makes
But
sense.
we're not fucking teenagers. We don't, you know. Whoa, hey guys, doing that shit. Like, even though I could do it, I wouldn't. I'd kill myself before I do that stuff. You know, so like whatever works, whatever style works for you, and you shouldn't like think, well, maybe I'll try and do this unnatural thing that's not natural to me.
Well, sure. I mean, but I feel like also that's the path of the artist, which is to try things, give it a go. Is it something that you can do? Do you feel comfortable with? Is that kind of thing or not? Like, you know, you try some presentery thing once and realize, okay, this is not it. Yeah, I do absolutely default to presentery because, again, that's my job. That's what I've been doing for 6 days.
So when you make a video, are you conscious of the fact that you're making a video for people who are going to watch it, or are you just talking at the camera? Are you presenting for the camera, or are you keeping in mind that, oh yeah, people are actually going to be
I'm presenting for the camera. Now that you say it, and I'm not saying that's the best way, but now that you present it in those terms, because my natural thing is, again, I've just spent 3 days in an underground cellar presenting for a camera. Do the second part of this magic trick out of order.
Gay fucking porn shit were you into? Just describe the fucking an R-rated movie production.
So I am too presentery. That's going to be whatever my struggle, my journey with this stuff is how to be less presentery, because that's just in my nature. And it's also, people pay me a lot of money to be presentery at presentery events, and I'm very good at being presentery. And I think I need to work a little bit at just chilling out. And
well, it has changed, like from when you first started making videos where it was just long takes. Now there's a lot more cuts, which help.
Sure.
You've balanced. There's less of you on screen, which is a good thing.
Yeah, a little bit. It was just me. I'm like, I hate these people who never put themselves on screen. I'm like, put yourself on screen.
But
like,
B-roll is fucking good though.
I do. I
B-roll
need to be
is
more B-roll. I'm
fantastic.
learning. I'm learning video skills. True. I'm learning how to effects and things like that and little things like that. So sure, I've got to learn video editing along the way, which does revolve into how much of me is on the screen. How many? Yeah, I don't have enough B-roll. Excellent. Again, excellent point. I need more B-roll. Just things, just cuts.
And also, like when you're saying something funny to the camera, make I don't know, what editing software do you use?
Final Cut.
Get Final Cut to like, to make you spin around.
Yeah, okay, something. I've seen that all you need to do is, if you're making a YouTube video, is have a shot, and then when you say the next line, it's a zoom
Yeah,
in
a
slight,
small zoom.
just a zoom.
Yeah.
But it seems like, and then I say this, and then I say this.
Because kids are fucked in the head.
Yeah.
They're full of sugar and Ritalin and
But
shit.
now we're asking ourselves, who are we making these videos for? So there's always this balance. Who am I making for? Who's my audience? Do I want to make that? Am I happy to just make my video in my way? I appreciate that there's things I should get better at. I got to learn all kinds of stuff. But how to find, when you're evolving as an artist and you're kind of learning some new area, what are the bits that I just need to get better at? And what are the bits that are me? Because there's some bits in the middle of that act, let's call that an act that I'm doing on that video, that are pure me, right? But there's also some other fluff, and you've got to sort through and be like, oh, that's me. That intro is me. That way of talking is me. This other thing about the way that I'm too fluff with the words, that I can improve. You know, that's the journey of the artist, is to understand what bit do I need to improve and what bit is actually me fundamentally me and I'm not going to change this. You know, it's fun working with that, and it's fun when you find the few things that are you, and you can then just be like, nope, this is what I do.
But I'll tell you what, though. Let's say like you go into your period of like intense video making, and you make lots and lots of videos over the next 2 years.
Okay.
And from your perspective, right, you change nothing. You keep doing it the same way, same style, right? In 2 years' time, when you look back on the videos you made 2 years ago, you realize, oh shit, a lot's changed even when I don't feel like a lot's changed.
Right.
You realize that over time, tiny changes happen naturally here or there. I don't know. I'm not speaking from experience or anything, but I know a lot of content creators do that. They're like, they look back on a video they made a year ago and they're like, holy fuck, that's...
And who wouldn't? Yeah. Who... I would say, what's the opposite of that? The opposite is you're a content creator and you look back on a video you made a year ago and you went like, yeah, I made them. That was great. And I'm still that great. Now they're great. No.
I would do that because I am that great.
I want to look back and be like, yeah, 1 year ago that was dog shit. And now here I am and I quite like these. And hopefully in the next year, I'll also think these are dog shit because I've moved on so much as well.
Because there's one content creator, no, he's gone off the fucking rails lately. I think he's he's about to kill his wife or something. I don't know what's going on. But all he did was he started building a giant robot in a forest. His name is Jamie Mansell. And all he did at the start was just film his building the robot. No experience whatsoever, shitty camera. It was like back in 2006. And now like he never consciously said, I'm going to improve my video making. He just said, I'm just fucking recording what I'm doing. And now like he's up there with the best of them with no learning or anything. He just kept doing it and then naturally just got better at it.
That's why I'm also doing this series where I do online. That's why I've been doing online podcasts, because I've been doing them with other retro video games creators, and I'm doing it nerds, huge fucking nerds. Oh my God, nerds like you wouldn't believe. And it's good. It's good. I like the podcast format. I'm happy that I've learnt the podcast there's like a format almost that it can be. I'm happy that I've liked the format because it means I can talk to these people. And I'm like, because what would I know sitting here in Estonia on my own just doing my thing? But I really like podcasts in that I can reach out to someone and be like, yo, let's have a podcast. And when I learn something about them, learn how they work, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Whereas from you, Tim, I don't know what I'm learning.
Oh, no, I don't. You learn how to go to the ATM. That's it.
Go to the ATM.
Yeah, it's nice. There's this hole in the wall. You press you press buttons and money comes out. It's magic.
This is Tim's humble brag. This is how Tim does humble bragging.
No, this guy in Ireland. It was a homeless guy, and he asked me for money. I said, "Fucking just go to the ATM, man." So I don't have any money. You can get a job. Just get a job. You know.
Tim's worldly advice. For homeless people.
Camera, stop recording again.
Ah, you fuck! You fuck! Why would you? Oh! So upset. Why? There's no reason why he would. We can wrap it up.
Yeah.
But
anyway, yes, that's my plan for what I might do to get through this harsh, horrible winter. Is I might start streaming.
Take money out of the ATM. Oh, wait, no. Start streaming.
And take money out of the ATM.
And take money out of the ATM.
But yeah, start streaming. And also, there is a kind of a, you can pick games that will get people watching. Like, I don't understand, Johannes, you're playing this game called Blood Bowl. No one wants to watch it. No one wants to watch it.
All the games I play, no one wants to watch either. So,
like this Phasmophobia game, it broke my brain because I don't like scary things. I hate scary things. Ghouls and goblins, not for me, not for me. But this Phasmophobia game is the one that I'm going to start streaming, and hopefully Carl will join me because I know he plays it as well.
Well, that is a good thing, because I was about to say, well, who has been successful with their streaming? Who has made something of it? Carl Alari Varma. That not only Carl has been streaming, that he has been doing the CSGO commentating, and that he was invited, I think, with Mikhail as well. I think Mikhail was doing a few of that, but there was this big CSGO Counter-Strike global offensive. For those who don't know, it's a game. You run around. It's a first-person shooter.
You shoot black people.
You shoot loads of black people. It's really popular. It's the most popular one in the world. And in Estonia, they have the official. So there was the biggest thing in Stockholm, and there was like 1 million people watching. What's ESL? Is that the main
ESL,
league?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The main league is called ESL. They had their final thing in Stockholm, and Carl was asked to be the commentator for Estonia. So they had the rebroadcast with the Estonian commentary, and Carl was asked to do that. So he could now say that he has been a commentator for a major, ESL, an official commentator for an ESL event, and that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
For him, he just commentated the World Series or whatever. Like he just commentated the NFL Grand Final. I don't even know what the name of that is. What are they called?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Yes, that thing. He just commentated the Super Bowl basically and gave the Estonian version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminds me of and you might be like, well, who cares? He did the Estonian fucking whatever. It was a rebroadcast. You could have just listened to the regular one in
Scottish
English.
entertainers complaining, I got a Scottish BAFTA.
Right. Oh, I got
English BAFTA.
that. I'll tell you what. When I was last time I was a few times ago I was in America, and we're in Canada. We're at the Just for Laughs festival, and I was going around with all these big entertainment people. I met Trevor Noah. Fuck you. I met Trevor Noah and his manager, and I could say to people and I would try to, so I'm in this, the big leagues, and I'm trying to introduce myself. I'm like, oh, I'm Lewis. I'm from Comedy Estonia. You don't know where Estonia is, but it's a country. And you're like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here, right? How do I help to make the comedy industry in a country that you've never heard of. It doesn't go across. But then I would meet them and be like, oh yeah, I'm a columnist for Cosmo in Estonia. And be like, oh, Cosmo. Oh, yes, we have heard of this. I know what this is. And so while that may have been one small part of what I'm doing, that is literally my opener at this Canadian comedy festival, because I understand that's the thing that they understand. And then, from there. And in the same vein, that's what Carl's got now. That's what he needs to open with when he's, I guess, introducing himself or selling himself. I was the Estonian commentator for ESL for that time, and be like, oh shit,
it's a big deal. Yeah.
Where because in Estonia we're like, oh, who cares, whatever. But it's literally a very big thing that he was the Estonian commentator for that Super Bowl of CS:GO, and I'm very happy for him. And so there is someone who's doing very well off. The combination of his skills, years of honing himself as an entertainer on the stage, and now he's managed to parlay that into something else that he's now being very successful.
That's right. And there's one other really big Estonian. I think he's a streamer. I'm not sure, but he's the most annoying kid on the internet. So I'm glad Carl is doing well, because fuck that kid. I don't even know his name, but fuck that guy.
But it's nice. I think Mikhail was there for a bit of that as well, if not all of it. I'm not entirely sure, but Mikhail, he would never.
And Steven was involved as well.
And Steven was involved, and that is the best part of this. I don't know if Steven was doing the main tournament, but he's been doing a lot of the other commentating with Carl, and
which is a big deal for Steven. Let me tell you.
Sure,
he's very happy with that.
I imagine he's a young guy. Yeah. He's whatever. He's 18, 19, 20, and I don't know how it is. And that. He's now commentating high-level matches. Imagine that. You're some bullshit fucking 19-year-old who's about to go to the army.
Getting shat on by Tauri on every episode of their
He's on a podcast, but the other people hate him on the podcast. Imagine you're just fucking 19-year-old. But
now he can say to Tauri, do you know who I am?
I'm a CSGO streamer. Fuck you. So I think that's a great thing for Steven. I'm very happy that, he can leave. He works by day at the vape shop in the mall, but then he go down to Postimees and, own it, do that shit. So that's cool. Yeah. I was trying to be nice to him. I wasn't trying to shit on Steven.
Oh no, everyone else does.
Apparently, that's the thing. But Tauri just does it because Tauri's a nerd. Like, he's a fucking nerd. Like, his family has money, so that brings him up a little bit in the scheme of things. But he's got a history
Says
degree.
the fucking guy who makes video games.
Yeah, I know. Takes one to know one.
Goes to Japan and jerks off on 10-year-olds.
He's nothing but a nerd who's picking on Steven because Steven's from the streets, right? Steven's from the ghetto.
Did you hear that Steven moved into an apartment and he has to build the stairs to get to the apartment? That's what I heard. He moved into some new apartment and like the apartment's up here and the entrance is down here and there's no stairs. There's a rope from and now Steven has to build the stairs, I heard. So,
right.
That's streets.
Steven is from the streets of Eastmay, right? Yeah. Like, dang, where Tauri, the family
mean
comes
streets
from
of
Numme without large block of land in Numme and all the privileges that provides. That they have. Right. And then he just picks on Steven like, Mustamai, Oismai, I look down on you.
Steven likes it though. He's
oh, please, master. Oh, please.
Massa. There's no T.
No, massa.
Massa, yeah.
What's massa?
Please, massa. That's what they used to say back in slavery time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm going to get you cancelled, Lewis.
Yeah, They didn't say master. They said massa, without pronouncing the T.
Yeah, it was like
please, massa.
Pigeon. I think they called it a pigeon language. Please, massa.
Please,
we shouldn't be doing this.
It's a historical podcast all of a sudden.
Yes. Slavery bad. Hey, the Irish were slaves, so we get a pass.
You could say that, and that is exactly why.
Do you know what? The Irish were slaves under African people. The Barbary slave trade. They came to a little town called Baltimore, and that's where the Baltimore, America. I was a slave. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know this?
You are the worst white people ever. Like, you let yourselves be slaves to black people.
Yeah, they came.
That should be the thing that you go around the world with. Like, everyone's like, well, my culture is not so good. Well, my culture.
But we got the white skin, you see, so we don't get the pass.
No, we were enslaved by black people. Yeah. That should be, you are the worst white people ever. That you couldn't even, you're supposed to be the masters.
So does this mean I get to use the N-word now?
Yeah, totally. Just run.
I get a pass?
Wow. And it's why every person in Estonia is allowed to use the N-word whenever they want at any given time.
They will anyway.
Because Estonia were slaves under someone or another. Maybe the Soviets, maybe somebody before that. I don't know.
I'm not sure that's how it works.
They were slaves, so they get to they can say the N-word. If you've seen a guy walking in the street like, yo, my nig, you're allowed to do that if you're a white Estonian.
Yeah.
Because you were slaves, just like well,
look, I'm
like at least the Estonians were slaves to other white people. You were slaves to black people? What?
Yeah.
Ooh, is this like an undercover part
of
Irish culture?
And this is not a joke. We were literally enslaved by the Barbary slave trade in North Africa. It is North Africa though.
Sure.
It's not sub-Saharan Africa. It's a different.
But and again, I don't know enough of the history about this, but were the black people who were taking Irish white slaves, were they just the middlemen or were they the owners? Like, because here's the thing.
They were the owners.
Oh, they were the owners.
Used us for labor and shit. The Irish and the Portuguese got it bad. We were the two lads.
The Portuguese.
Because they would just sail north from Africa and go, you, and then that was it. Taken away.
So you got taken away. So there's I don't know. Is it something going on in the north of Africa that we have some sort of Irish civil rights?
There might be.
That, hey, we demand rights for the white people who were brought here against there's no Guinness and no pot pie here.
Seamus O'Shaughnessy.
Seamus a revolution.
Yeah.
That he was oppressed in his culture and that we need to.
But it is funny though that because it came from this town called Baltimore, right?
Right.
Where the entire town were enslaved. And to this day, the crazy right-wingers in America, they use that as an example of, no, white people were slaves as well, you see. I can go around being racist because white people, look at the Irish, man, look at the Irish.
There was one township.
One town, yeah.
A few dubious, intelligent Irish people. Oh, I'm going out on a limb there. It's not from your town. It's like I said, Kerry, you idiots. And then they got enslaved. And then that is enough several hundred years later to justify the idea of white privilege.
Of white supremacy.
Because there was once a couple of white guys who got a taste of it.
A couple of Irish lads who saw a big ship and said,
yeah, we'll go. It's a crack. We'll go check it out.
Should we wrap this up?
All right, we should.
Because I would like to, and I don't want to end on a fucking sad note, but I feel like it would be nice for a bunch of people to hear that a friend of mine committed suicide recently from back in the olden days, from the old school internet days.
Oh, okay. So have you met this person in real life as well? Just trying to judge the whole
I never
thing.
met this
No,
guy.
but still a very important person in your life. Okay.
Once upon a time, he wrote my name in Nutella on his chest. And I just wanted to say rest in peace, Adrian. So,
Adrian did that. That's very interesting, those bonds. I do sometimes wonder about like the OG internet when it was back in the day. I'm thinking of myself on the BBSs before there was even that was pre-internet.
We weren't anonymous. We weren't anonymous people. We knew each other.
Because for some reason, even when the internet came around, I think it was still local. Like we still connected with kind of people in our local area for some reason. Like
this guy was Australian.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, he was from. Is it Toowoomba?
Toowoomba, yeah. Right. And so in those, I guess my point is that like in the early days of the internet, the connections that were made are very different to I think the random internet connections that are made today.
Yeah, I mean this wasn't like the 90s. This was like 2009 maybe.
Oh, okay.
So it was on this video chat website called Tiny Chat, where there was like 8 webcams and everyone just got on the webcam and just just sat in the same room and just talked shit every day. And his online handle was Kaiser. So Kaiser, you shouldn't have killed yourself. But anyway, sure, he's away now.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. So we'll have a cheers for this fella.
We'll have a cheers to Kaiser.
Kaiser.
The early days of the internet.
Yeah.
We were all retarded. We were all stupid, but we were just connecting.
We're still retarded.
I remember the early days in the BBS before the internet when you connect to local servers, you can only talk to other retards in your area. And we were all retarded, but that's what bonded us. That we were all the weirdos who had the computer and a modem. And
now everyone has a
phone. Everyone. And there's so many Australians in Thailand. And I'm like,
just go back to your own country. Like,
go home. Yeah, I should go home. I should fucking listen to my own Australian device. Go home, cunt.
Go home, cunt.
Just go home. Fucking what? Yeah, just go home. Okay, well then, thank you very much for watching. We want to sit around and talk some shit. I hope you enjoyed our shit at the end of the episode. Here's Tim. Good.
X Factor. Just doing shit like that.
Zing.
Zing. Whoa.
YouTube channel. Okay, peace out.